by Haneen Harara. She's a humanitarian worker and writer based in Gaza, and she's currently in Rafah in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. She's been doing a lot of humanitarian work there. Thank you so much for sparing your time for us. Now, there are several concerning elements of this humanitarian catastrophe. But one the WHO has emphasized on is the deteriorating sanitary conditions that has led to the spread of diseases there, which they say is going to lead to more deaths than the ones resulting from the bombings.
Well, hello, Afnan. It's my pleasure to have you here. The ongoing escalations against all over the Gaza Strip, all over the Palestinian and the Gaza Strip are enormously increasing. The situation is getting worse day by day. We're talking about massacres here. I'm now standing in front of Al-Kuwait hospital, where there's unfortunately no enough capacity of the medical care for the people who are coming here to get treatment or get even medical treatment here. As thousands of families who are evacuated from the south, east, west, northern Gaza Strip coming here to Rafah city, which is supposed to be a comfort or a safe zone for the people who evacuated by force from their homes. Unfortunately, there's no safe place here in Gaza Strip, all over the Gaza Strip, even Rafah. We witnessed this the last night, a horrible night. The Israeli airstrikes bombed a building for Subh family at Tel Sultan, west of Rafah city, and killed 6 people and injured more about 20 people. The majority of them was from children and women. So when they coming here, as the head of the Kuwaiti hospital announced, there is no medical capacity here to treat with the serious injuries here. So they forced to move those people to European hospital or even Abu Yusuf and to get a medical care, rather than we talk about a huge shortage of the medical care.
Right, we are essentially witnessing
medical staff.
Right. We are essentially witnessing a collapse in real time of the health system there in Gaza. I do understand that the lack of medical aid in facilities like the Kuwaiti hospital that you mentioned there has resulted in doctors not being able to tend to their patients. Another element of the humanitarian catastrophe that we're witnessing, Haneen, is the lack of food and water. I mean, recently, mothers and fathers who've had their children killed, they're crying and they're saying that their babies died hungry. How much longer do you think it's going to take till famine is declared in Gaza?
Well, if we talk about the social circumstances that the people are going through, it's a miserable situation that the people are forced to deal with. Imagine with me, groups of families, thousands of families are trying hardly to get even water, clean water for their babies, for their children, to make them just drink water. There's no enough water to clean. There's no clean water to drink. There's no bread. The Israeli airstrikes bombed several bakeries all over the Gaza Strip. So right now, even we have no flour to make a bread for those families. They trying to get some breads manually from the Palestinian traditional way and baking it by the fire, because as you may aware, there's no fuel, there's no electricity, there's no power here. So the situation here, the social situation is getting even harder and harder day by day. Now, if we talk about the supplies in the market, there is a huge supplies in the markets because, as you know, the closing of the borders, even the humanitarian aid that's supposed to enter the Gaza Strip are so limited. We talk about
how many trucks of aid are currently allowed to enter the Gaza Strip? Because we do understand the more pressure that's being put on the Israeli government, the more that aid is able to pass through, but it's still not enough.
Yes, as the United Nations program announced that there is 100 tanks of supplies that entering daily the Gaza Strip, but it's not enough, unfortunately, because it's abnormal situation that all Gaza people are witnessing. They have to deliver a minimum of 500 tanks. So imagine with me how miserable that the circumstances here, the social circumstances that the people are going through. Now, if we talk about even the people who are having elderlies, those elderlies have problems, or even medical problems, or even special food to get or delivered. There's no medical care for them. There is no enough food for them. Some families copy for 3 days with no breads. But if we talk about the waters, the clean waters that they are delivered, it's so expensive right now in this in this time, because unfortunately there's no enough water entering the Gaza Strip.
Okay, you mentioned 500 trucks that enter on a normal day in Gaza, not distraught Gaza. Of course, the 100 that is currently entering the Strip is insufficient. Haneen Harara, thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World and sharing that information with us.